We're so excited. Passover's coming. We're getting ready. I'm getting ready. Are you getting ready?
Getting ready.
Oh
It's
my
the
God.
best.
Oh my God.
It's the best.
You know what? I have a favorite story about Passover. Can I share?
Yeah.
Can I share?
Yeah.
So we use a Haggadah called A Different Night. And I love hosting Seders because I love cooking and I love having people in my house. And I think I got the idea from A Different Night. But our favorite ritual and custom for the Seder at my house is that we do the entire Seder and telling of the story in our living room. We instruct our guests to bring their favorite pillows. So we relax in the living room, we sit on the floor and on couches, and we have a little greens on the table so nobody goes hungry, like, celery and carrots. And we have a great dialogue, we have a great time, and we don't go to the dinner table until we are ready to actually eat the
nice.
Seder meal.
So the meal
That's
is
nice.
served.
Yes.
I love that.
That's
Addie would
very
love
nice.
the pillows. She would love that because it's too much
Climb
table
over the-
time.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I have so many Passover memories, but for me, everything changed 3 years ago. Addie's due date was Passover day 2. So we went to the first Seder, nothing happened. We went to the next Seder at Friends in the City, nothing happened, but it was late. We were there late, and it was our last night parenthood. So the next morning we went to the doctors, and that began the beginning of a long delivery.
That was
But
the
for
beginning of
me,
the Exodus.
it's the beginning of the Exodus, liberation. But now Passover's all so tied to Addie's birthday, and now her growing up, and she's very excited about the Seder.
The birth of Addie, the birth of the people of Israel. It's all like this. It's like that.
Frogs here, frogs
Frogs
there.
here, frogs there, everywhere. I cannot top that. Who can? But my favorite Passover custom, and we still do it at Circman Seders, is that our karpas, our green vegetable, is not green at all. It's boiled potatoes. And you could say, why?
Why?
Thank you very much for asking. The reason is because my bubby, my grandmother, was born as my great uncles in Ireland, in Belfast. And so Bubby was an Irish refugee, and of course the potato famine. And karpas is some vegetable that comes from the earth. And so what better to sort of memorialize my grandmother and remember that we are Irish Jewish refugees coming to this land and settling in this land. And so that karpas reminds us of family history and our people's history.
Wow.
So there's a lot going on for Passover.
Well, Tuesday morning we're having our first morning festival service, and it's for everybody, but we especially encourage families with kids from K through 3. And in the morning we'll start off with some festival, upbeat, wonderful participational music, and then
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Everyone
10
in the
a.m.
sanctuary.
right,
10
and then when we dance around after Michamocha, the kids will go out and they'll have their own special Torah activity, and they'll join us at the end of the Torah service as we process around the congregation with the Torah scrolls, and then at around 11 o'clock we'll join in the garden room for a wonderful
Matzo bari brunch.
Matzo bari
So
brunch.
good. Sweet, savory, really good cooks. Delish.
Delish. But before you do Pesach, you do Shabbat. Like tomorrow night, Friday night. We
Birthday blessings, April birthdays.
April birthdays, and it's going to be your last brownie. So it's your last brownie. So you really
Make
want to
it
come and get
count.
that brownie.
Brownies are good.
A lovely Kabbalat Shabbat. I think our rabbinic intern, Eric Abbott, has a special message for us. And there's going to be a special guest there. We have our own Elijah, who's coming to Shabbat pre-Pesach. I can't tell you who. She has red hair. And then Shabbat morning, we have great Chevra Torah, which is actually a Pesach-based Chevra Torah. Really all about how we prepare for Passover as well, the removal of chametz, how is that mirrored in the Torah portion, and what does that teach us about the purpose of Passover. And then we have Chevra Minyan, we have the downstairs Minyan, the alternative Shabbat morning service in the Axelrod Chapel, and upstairs in the sanctuary, we have 2 kids who will be coming B'nai Mitzvah.
Emma Joseph,
Emma Joseph.
and Julian Epstein.
And Julian Epstein. And they are great. They have great Torah to teach.
Really nice Joshes.
She
I
knows.
must say.
She knows. She's the rabbi
right.
Rosh coach.
We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, we
I
do.
think Passover's over.
Passover's over. Oh no! To everybody, what I say to say Happy Passover is have a Zisen Pesach, which is the Yiddish word for sweet.
Sweet Passover.
Sweet Passover to everybody.